The article describes the history, theories, and research of bilingual education practice and describes the most common program types currently utilized in the K through 12 public education. Bilingual education is a term used to describe a wide variety of programs that utilize two languages to teach academic content. Some bilingual programs are designed to develop full bilingualism or the ability to use two languages proficiently. Others use the native language to facilitate the acquisition of English. The history of bilingual education is one characterized by controversy and wavering support for those who use two languages in public schools. Modern debates focus on whether demographic trends that are making the U.S. more diverse indicate the need for more or less native language support in the classroom. An important factor in deciding this question is whether bilingual programs are more effective than English-only programs in raising student academic achievement. The education of bilingual students in the U.S. has always been closely tied to political, economic, and social concerns. As a nation of immigrants, the U.S. was founded by colonists from multiple language backgrounds and nationalities. While early private schools were quickly established to teach colonial children, schools were generally segregated by communities so that students studied their native languages. As immigrant communities vied for political and economic power in the New World, language and nationality differences raised tensions between neighbors. This in turn led to calls for new immigrants to assimilate by learning the language and customs of earlier arrivals. For example, in colonial Pennsylvania, Ben Frank complained that the influx of German-speaking immigrants would threaten the ability of the English in the settlement to maintain their language of government. He was so worried about this prospect that he established one of the first groups of English language schools for Germans with the hope of helping them better into his English-speaking culture. Various waves of immigration throughout the U.S. history has raised similar concerns and have often violated with national political discussions about the role of education in building and maintaining a democracy, a pluralistic society, or skilled workforce. The result has been that local, state, and federal education policies have frequently facilitated between supporting and opposing bilingual education. For instance, in the middle to early 19th century, many schools taught using two languages, such as German English schools in the Midwest or French English schools in Louisiana. Yet beginning in the late 1880s and extending into the 20th century, many states enacted laws to require English to be the only language of instruction. While wavering political support characterizes the history of bilingual education, the common thread of educating U.S. bilinguals has been that learning English has been deemed important. Thus, definition of a bilingual program in the U.S. generally includes teaching English as one of the two languages of the curriculum.